40inbox.com here. So we're going to be checking out this video called 100 People Tell Us How Much Debt They Have, Keep It 100, Cut. Right? And this is from the YouTube channel Cut. And I thought this would be kind of interesting because one, a lot of people are embarrassed to actually talk about money in general. Two, a lot of people may not even be really open or comfortable with being open with how much debt they have, right? Because you got to think about it. Some people feel like maybe that they're stupid for having a lot of money in debt. So let's just check this out.
How much debt do you have? None to my. Oh, debt. Yikes. Oh,
That already is like not a good sign. Okay, so Cut says we asked 100 people how much debt they have.
no. How many debt? 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 Debt. Debt? Debt. I don't have any. Yeah. No, not debt.
Now, I don't really like how that interviewer said, oh, everybody has debt. No, not everyone has debt, right? Now, debt is very common for people, but that's because a lot of people just don't know how to manage their money. Which, by the way, if you want to learn how to manage your money, go to 40inbox.com.
I owe no man money. I have no debt. None. None. Zero. I don't think I owe anybody anything. Because I'm really fucking spoiled. I'm a very privileged little daughter. Right now? Not that much. Like, I just have to pay off my credit card. It's like $300.
That's still something.
$400. I have a lot of parking tickets.
What is up with this look? Right? Is that supposed to be his eye? Or here? This is so odd.
I'm not gonna pay it though. Like $900. Thousand. 1,500. A couple grand. 2,000. 2,000 in debt just from credit cards. I was going on vacations like aggressively. My ex.
That's the thing. Like, a lot of people don't really think about how much vacations actually cost. And they just use credit cards. It's like, oh, I'm just going to put it on the card. I'm just going to put it on the card. Not really understanding the amount of fees that you might end up having because the currency rate as well. A lot of people really screw themselves going on vacation on a credit card when they do not have the money in their bank account to actually go on the trip. Now, this whole thing, my extras bounced on me the day rent was due. That's pretty messed up.
Just bounced on me the day rent was due. Wait.
But here's also another thing you should not live with anyone unless you're married. Period. End of story. So that you could avoid situations like this.
Basically, I'm lucky I have a chill ass landlord. I got evicted. It's all medical bills. Medical bills? Are you gonna pay 'em?
Medical bills are a very high expense for people who end up stumbling upon this, especially if you are in America. Medical bills can easily get like 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, way more depending on what's actually wrong with you.
Yeah, I'm paying them off. I got a few racks in there. The $3,000 range. 4,000 or 4,000. 5,000 maybe. $5,000. $6,000. Speeding tickets.
$6,000 in speeding tickets? Do you have like a lead foot or something?
Actually, not that much. 7 grand.
Hold up.
Does that affect your life?
Hold on. What did this guy say?
Actually, not that much. Seven.
Actually, not that much. 7 grand. Hey, guess what? 7 grand is still a lot of debt. Straight up. That's still a lot of debt.
Grand. Does that affect your life? No. It's affecting me more now because I'm trying to buy a house and can't get approved.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this, but if you have debt on the books, it's going to be way harder for you to be approved for a mortgage for a house. So, for example, if you have like a car loan right now, depending on your income in relation to how much that car loan is, you may never get approved for a mortgage. Same thing with your student loans, right? If you have student loans, depending on your student loans in comparison to the ratio of your income, you may never get approved for a mortgage. Like, having a lot of debt to your name is not good, especially if it's consumer debt, right? But debt, period, is not good for you.
Tons? Not much. Close to
10,000. Ooh.
$10,000. 11,000 for my student loan, and then $200 is on my credit card.
Ooh. A lot of money.
Oh shit! And another 300. I bought a piano on credit card too.
This girl has a spending problem. Like, you could tell she has a spending problem, right? She's the type of girl that will like go to like the mall or something, and be like, I see that thing, I gotta buy it. Like, I have to buy it today, and just swipe the card. Like, that's crazy.
Reckless. Swag, swag, swag. I got a credit card. Let's go to a nice hotel. Still gotta pay that off. But I had a good time.
Honestly, that's a little bit sad to see, because what you could kind of tell from like a lot of people in this video is that a lot of people are very impulsive. Like, they don't really think much further than the initial purchase.
12,000, 15,000, $16,835. 18, maybe? I have a plan. 20.
20.
Student, being a college student.
And this is the thing, right? I never understood why so many people have student loan debt, because there are so many options available to people where going to college is actually very inexpensive. Now, it may not be the college that you want, right? But look, you could apply for grants, you could apply for scholarships, you could also go to community college. And by the way, depending on the state that you live in, some community colleges are actually for free. So, not to mention, like, tuition for some of these community colleges are like barely $1,000 for a semester. So, to be this amount in debt doesn't really make much sense unless you're living on campus, paying for room and board and food, like their food plan at college, and also taking on top of that extra loans to basically have a lifestyle.
Student loan debt. Student loans, I have like 12,000 and then $8,000 in credit card debt. 20,000.
Wow.
I almost died from a cat bite, so I had to go to the ER 4 nights in a row. It's so much money. Based on the debt, try to seek not as much medical care. What's your debt? 22,000. I think I'm worth negative 24,000.
Oh, look at that wording, right? I think I'm worth negative $24,000, right? So she not only has debt, but basically she has no money to her name. On top of that, meaning she truly has a negative net worth of 24,000. That's crazy.
26,000, 28,000, 30,000, 30,000. Somewhere in like the 30s.
For those that end up stumbling upon this, understand how disturbing it is that we're in like the mid 30,000s, and a lot of these people are guessing how much debt they have. They don't even know how much debt they have. So these guesses of like, somewhere in the 30,000s. No, this is probably more like 40, 50,000, maybe even 60,000, because you have no clue. You have no clue how much debt you actually have.
Thousands. Subscriptions to Pornhub exclusively. I had a repo, and then I went and got a new car. Student loans.
That is such a bad idea. You had a repo because you couldn't afford the payments on the car, so then you go out and buy a new car after your other car got repoed. Wow, that is some bad decision making.
Student loans. I mean, like, who fucking doesn't, like, nowadays? 35 grand in student debt? 35,000. IRS thinks I owe them about 36,000. A lot.
That guy really needs to take care of the IRS debt because the IRS is no joke.
Okay, come on. You need an amount? Yeah. Less than the average American. I get calls from collections agencies like once a day, but I kind of just ignore it. I don't answer phone calls no more. If it's not in my phone, I'm not answering it. I think I have about $45,000.
Again, think about what these people are saying. I think I have about $45,000. I think. I really hope these people have like at least tried to like attempt to lower their debt amount because oh my god.
Worth of debt. Not as much as I did. I just paid off like 45 grand.
Nice.
A settlement. My back was broken by a semi truck.
Ooh, that's a sucky way to get that money. Wow.
Now I have less debt. Get hit by a semi truck, guys. I just paid off my student loans last year. Just paid
Nice.
off my debt like the other day.
Nice.
Paid it off. It's all in student loans and it's almost gone.
Nice. I love that. I absolutely love that.
Grandparents. My parents paid for college. I dropped out of school, so that's the only thing that I would accrue debt from, and that doesn't happen.
Good point.
50,000.
Wow.
$77,000.
Oh my god, 77? 80,000 on what?
80,000. Yeah. All in. How did you earn that? Not finishing college. Not even a degree.
Oh my god. This girl has $80,000 in student loan debt with no degree? Holy crap, that is so bad.
Attached to $90,000 in debt.
90?
Yeah, state tuition. It was like 95, and now it's like 70. How long are you gonna be paying off your loan? I mean, foreseeable future. Sometimes I worry that I'm never gonna pay it off. What's your plan to pay off? Marry rich. Eating ramen. I think you can survive without having a credit card.
I agree with him. You could survive without having a credit card. You just gotta live below your means. It's an extremely simple concept, but so hard for people to actually do.
Never had a credit card. I married somebody who's really good with money. My family had debt. It was very stressful, so I'd rather just work myself to the bone and never have debt. When I was married, we had to declare bankruptcy, but
Bankruptcy like really screws people's finances for those that end up stumbling upon this. Like it's so bad.
what was that experience? Humiliating. We just had to file Chapter 13. It really drags you down.
Ugh.
It's constantly on your mind, and most of the debt was medical debt. What is your
See, I don't think you should really have to file Chapter 13 for medical debt because many people don't know this, but a lot of hospitals, if you are incapable of actually paying your bills, you could talk to potentially a supervisor in the hospital and they might be able to come up with some sort of payment plan with you where there's like no interest or potentially like completely forgive the bill because there is like a portion of a hospital's funds that is dedicated to like covering certain bills for some people almost like a philanthropic kind of like aspect to the hospital like some hospitals actually offer something like that. 130?
Lost it in debt.
Oh, oh my God. That guy has $130,000 in student loan debt? Why?
Feel like it was worth it.
You really feel like that was worth it? I don't know about that. Feel free to give your thoughts if you stumble upon this, but if you want to learn how to get out of debt, go to 40inbox.com, give your thoughts. But wow. Wow.